We had just come back from New York. We flew in about 11 p.m. We went to sleep. I took a bath, went to sleep, and about 2:30 in the morning, all hell had broken loose. My housekeeper was knocking on my door and telling me there's a fire. We stepped outside, and it was like craziness, like the world was coming to an end. We saw flames all around, smoke everywhere. We had maybe 5 minutes to get out of the house. We grabbed what we could grab, the dogs, my wedding album. We got in the car, we drove down the hill, and then we just sort of was there trying to figure out where to go and what to do. And when I left the house, I really believed that it was the last time we'd be seeing our house. I thought there was no way my house would survive. So we'd never been in a fire, we've never had something like this happen. I called my insurance broker, Marissa Martin, and she said, why don't you have the restoration company come take a look? I asked her about my deductible and what was involved, and I thought, okay, so she recommended Allied. We have good friends who recommended other companies. We have a very good friend who actually owns an insurance company who recommended a bunch of companies. So before Allied came in, I actually vetted. I called a few friends who had had recent disasters up in the Palisades and Malibu, and a girlfriend of mine explained that she had had not a good experience. It ended up being okay, but not a great experience with another highly recommended restoration company. But she gave me the name and number of a few other people who had used a company called Allied. I didn't know these people. They were good friends of my girlfriend, and so I called. They didn't know me, and they raved. They said it was just a great experience from beginning to end. It was calm, it was quick, it was easy. The outcome was good. They under-promised and over-delivered. When I heard that, I thought, wow, they under-promised, over-delivered. You usually hear the reverse. So I called both companies. Allied came first, Dana came, and she walked in. She put booties on her feet. She had her camera out and ready. She was calm and she was nice, and she walked through my house. She spent, God, I want to say an hour, maybe more, looking at everything. She went into my attic. She went all around, opening windows, doing everything. It had been my first experience, so I had nothing to compare it to. She explained the process, explained everything to me. And then the next day, the other company came in, which I'm not going to mention the name. Another very highly regarded company came in, and it was a completely different experience. The person didn't put the booties on, which I guess I never would have known had Dana not put the booties on. He didn't put the booties on. He didn't take a lot of pictures. When I asked if he wanted to go in my attic, because Dana had explained to me that the soot gets into in the vents and the insulation, and that was really important for air quality. And I asked the other guy, would you like to go in the attic? And he said no, we don't need to see the attic. When I called about Allied, people were happy. Everybody was happy. But with the other companies, they're like, it's gonna suck, it's gonna be horrible, they're gonna lie to you, they're gonna overpromise, they're gonna under-deliver, it's not gonna be good. But that's what it is. Just expect that, know that, and don't expect more. And that has not been our experience. I said, am I doing the right thing? I mean, they've been great. She goes, no, they're great. Mm-hmm. And I was like, good, because they've been great. Why would I go out and start vetting other people that really work here? Sure. But no, it was terrible. Isn't that horrible?
It is what it is. That's your experience.
Yeah.
How was I dealing with
Fantastic. She's amazing. She actually came to my house for a meeting to go do a walkthrough, which was really amazing because I'm sure she has, 50 billion, especially with these fires on the west side, hundreds of clients. But she came to my house and did a walkthrough, which was really nice. And I have her cell phone number. I text her. I call her. She responds immediately, and it's been great. I've never been in a fire, so when I picked up the phone and I came home, we couldn't come home for 4 or 5 days. When I finally got home on day 5 after the fire, I actually snuck up the street around all the police and came in, and I was shocked at what was going on in my house. I was surprised to see these large burnt pieces of wood and this soot, and it was crazy. I picked up the phone and I was like, I called Marissa and I said, hey, and she was right away. She set everything up. She said, don't do anything. I had scheduled cleaners to come in because I thought, we need to clean up. And she said, no, before you have the cleaners come in, because this can be dangerous. And she could have said to me, just go ahead and let the cleaners come in. She said, no, stop, wait. You need to have a restoration company come in and take a look because this stuff is dangerous and it's unhealthy. And there could be stuff you don't realize. And so she gave me the number and set everything up. And honestly, really, Allied kind of is taking care of everything for me. I don't know if they do that all the time. I expect I'm no one special, but if I have any issue or anything going on, I text Dana at Allied, and she, I'm spoiled maybe? I don't know. What am I? Oh, a 10. Nice. A 10, clearly. 100% I would recommend. I wouldn't recommend anybody else. I would clearly recommend. Definitely call your insurance broker first. A lot of my friends didn't. And when I was 2 to 3 weeks into it and we were having all these issues, they were having the same issues, but they hadn't reached out to their insurance company. They hadn't reached out to a restoration company, and they were way behind the 8 ball. And it was a very difficult process for them. I see the restoration, I'm sure you see it, all up and down the street are all the restoration companies. And, we're all walking around, we're all talking. And I actually feel bad. My experience has been totally different than everybody else's. And we've had a lot of damage, and it's been a really difficult experience. But I think if I didn't have Allied, it would be really miserable. It would have been way more difficult.